Good evening, welcome and thank you for joining us once again. This is the Teen Talk Show on Walkia TV and I'm the host Adam Yusuf. Do watch us live this every Saturday on our Facebook page as Walkia TV and do subscribe to our YouTube channel as well as on Facebook on our Facebook page at Walkia TV. Today on the program, we are going to hold discussions on teen depression. We are further going to talk about the causes, the effects, and the solutions of teen depression. I have with me in studio today one remarkable young lady. She's a student at Nurul Amin Senior High School. She's by the person Zainab Harun, and today she's going to be our guest for the show. Madam Zainab, welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's good to have you here, and we really appreciate your time. So today we are going to hold discussions on teen depression. Okay, the situation whereby teenagers or youth are experiencing this rampant level of lack of self-control, lack of self-confidence at some point, and even this belief of unable to sort of identify what exactly is wrong with them. So, what do you think are some of the causes of teen depression? Or in the first place, how would you even explain teen depression?
Okay. Depression is a group of conditions associated with the elevation or lowering of a person's mood. Depression, I can say depression is totally thinking when someone deeply think of something
Okay.
or when that person is very worried about something.
Okay.
That is what I understand by depression.
Yeah, so basically overthinking, right?
Yeah,
Situation whereby
overthinking,
people tend to overthink
too much
or
thinking.
lack control of their emotional well-being. Okay, so what do you think are some of the general causes of teen depression?
Okay, to begin with, death or loss of loved ones. When
Death or loss of loved
loved
ones. Okay.
yeah, when someone lose his or her loved one, like that person become even if care is not taken,
Yeah.
that person can go mad or can also commit
Lose
suicide.
control.
Yeah,
Yeah, I understand because in some cases, the loss of the loved one, or should I say the person or the deceased, could be the caretaker of the individual.
yeah, but you see in life,
Yeah,
when you go to a funeral place,
yeah.
you see people come back. Everyone has his or her my reason why he or she is crying. Let's say someone who is about to complete SHS this year, and that person told his father that daddy, when I complete school, I want to go outside Ghana
Pursue
to
education.
continue my education. And the father said, okay, I'll send you there. So the person will be having his exams ending of this month.
Okay.
Okay. And the dad of that person died at the beginning of the year. Like that person, immediately he or she heard that my father is dead.
So meaning all hope is lost.
Oh yeah, I will say all hope
Is
is
lost.
lost.
Yeah, so therefore that could lead to the person in a state of being depressed,
Yes.
right? Okay, and what else?
Okay. Social status with peers.
The social status with
With
peers.
peers, yes. Some peers are from rich family
Mhm.
and others are not from rich family.
Okay.
So if these two, one from a rich family and the other who is not from a rich family, when they become friends, like the one who is from rich family will be telling his friend that, oh, my daddy has been doing this to me, my mommy has been doing that to me, and the one who is not from the rich family, that person would be like, oh, this is what my friend's family has been doing for him or her. Why me? Why can't my parents provide all these needs for me? Why can't my parents do that for me? So
Yeah.
that person can be depressed over what
He or she
she's
seeing.
yeah from
Understandably. So you are talking about a situation whereby the social status of their own peer or
friends.
friends, right?
Yes,
Yeah, definitely. Because in this case, the rich and the poor cannot have the same ideal kind of life.
they can have, but some friends help some rich friends help
Oh, yeah,
their
yeah, yeah.
but someone they don't value the person like they some you can bring someone to your level
Mhm.
but some can't bring their friends to their
Yeah, they
level.
feel superior over
Yes, they
their
think that
peers.
they are higher than the
Yeah.
one who is not rich.
Yeah, technically, if someone is rich or someone has this higher social class, definitely they will feel this sense of, okay, I am higher than him, or should I say, I have this class, this social class, or this so idea that, okay, definitely I'm better than him. They have the sense, but what they say, I think peer, or should I say youth, should be content with what they have, because let's say if I appreciate what I have, I wouldn't feel like this person is rich. Why should I be worrying about what the
Some
person has?
appreciate but some don't appreciate.
Okay.
Some appreciate what they have, but others think want to be like this is what my mom have, but I don't want her to have. I want her to have more than this.
So let's say a friend is holding an iPhone 12, or should I say an iPhone 13, right? He is from a rich family, or he is from a family of higher class. As you did mention that the social status of peers. That was the point, right?
Yes,
Okay. So if the other roommate or classmate or youth friend is not having the same kind of luxury good, that will lead to depression. That is
yes,
what you are saying.
yes.
Okay, yeah. So in this case, yeah, the social status of peers could lead to
Depression.
depression. Thank you. And what else?
Negative thought patterns.
The negative
Thought
thought
patterns.
patterns. Okay.
When someone is depressed, the person criticizes himself or
Mhm.
herself. That person don't bring out what he or she have. Maybe that person want to do this, but that's he has been criticized by all the
Yeah, true. The mind and the brain is intimately connected. Okay, so if I'm having these negative thoughts, I'm feeding my mind with negative news feed, definitely I will be depressed or I'll lose control.
yes. So if you if someone wants to do something, that person should go and do it. But someone will be thinking, what if this happened? What if that happened? What if I didn't do well? What if what I'm going to do
Oh,
end
okay,
up
okay,
bad?
okay,
What
okay,
if
okay.
this is what if I don't get what I want?
Yeah,
That
so
person will be criticizing himself
having
in
the sense
his
of
mind.
failure, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so when someone is being pessimistic, they tend to feel depressed, because negative thoughts definitely leads to states of being pessimistic or hoping that the worst will happen. That is what you are saying. Yeah, thank you very much. So, what would be your final point under the causes of depression?
School performance.
School performances.
Yes.
Okay.
Some school performance. Someone is there, someone is very brilliant,
Mhm.
and someone is not brilliant.
Yeah.
So if in an exams, in a final exams, the one who is brilliant get high mark than the one who is not brilliant. And if the one who got the high mark maybe criticize that person that
Or make fans of
fan
that
of
person.
that person, tease that person, you are no good, you can't even spell this, you can't do that, that person become depressed
Yeah.
of him or herself.
Yeah, true, true, that is true. So the school performances are a situation whereby people, or should I say the youth or students, are not making their desired marks or grades. It could lead to depression. Yeah,
Depression,
that is very
yes.
true. Because especially let's consider the final exams. When the student writes his or her own final exams, both the students and their parents are hoping to see a positive result or a good result. So in this case, when the person is not making the grades, they tend to feel bad or feel terrible of what has
Sometimes
happened.
even our parents make us feel
Feel the
bad.
bad, yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
because you didn't perform it. Your parents will be like, these years I've been spending my money on you to go to school, for you to learn, for you to become this in future, but you are not learning. Look at what you brought home.
Yeah, but I think parents are also failing to understand that examination is just an examination. Yeah, so it is not the end of the life of the
But
individual
some
or the
parents
student.
think that is the end of that child's life because every parent wants to see his or her every parent wants to see that his child perform well in an examination.
Yeah,
When it's come out that the child doesn't perform well, that parent feel that that's the end of life.
yeah,
Like
that's
I
right.
can't take care of him again. This is what I could have done for him. But look at what he brought home. I
Yeah,
can't continue doing this for
true,
him.
true. Instead of giving the child a sense of motivation
Yes,
or
that
encouragement.
they will be discriminating him.
That is true. So, school performances as a cause of depression.
Depression,
Okay.
yes.
So basically, you have mentioned about the loss of or death of loved
Loved
one.
ones,
You did mention about the negative thought patterns, the school performances, and the
social
social
status
status
with
with peers.
peers.
Okay, good. Now let's talk about some of the effects of depression. What do you think would happen, or what do you think are some of the consequences when a student or a child or youth undergo severe depression?
That person can commit suicide.
Person can commit suicide.
Yes, that
Okay.
person can kill him or herself. Like the like let's use the course of
The loss.
examination.
Okay.
This examination. If your parent you wrote the exams and at the end of the day you fail and you came home, you go home with bad results, your parents discriminate you, they insult you being the team, you feel bad, you feel like is that my parents? They don't love me all this while. So
Yeah.
this is what they wanted from me. If care is not taken, that person can commit suicide because of what at times parents use words,
Harsh words.
harsh words. That
That sort of fight the positive spirit of the child. Yeah, because sometimes words carry frequency, they carry energy. In a
yes,
situation whereby the parents are not using the right sense of words
words.
or the right communication. Some of the parents do not literally insult the child for not performing well in their exams. They sort of have this different body language, different attitude towards the child, and some of them will feel neglected and they could commit suicide, as you
Yes.
did mention like that. So suicide as an effect of depression. Okay, what else?
Social isolation.
The social isolation.
Isolation.
Okay.
When someone is depressed, that person don't feel like coming out, having contact with people. That person he or she is always indoor.
Mhm.
But that person always what is in his or her mind is what if I go into people and they harm me?
Okay.
So that person won't even have the feeling of coming out, going close with people. They are always quiet. They don't even come close to even their friends or family or
Yeah.
even parents
Yeah.
for their parents to maybe encourage them in things. They don't feel that. Even when they are with people, they always feel lonely.
Yeah. So social isolation. This is very true because most of the youth or the teenagers tend to have this problem of social isolation.
Mm.
But most of the times, it is due to something negative or bad which has happened, as we did mention about some of the causes, like the loss of the loved ones, the negative thought patterns, or something tragic might have happened, and that could lead to social isolation as an effect of depression. Okay, what
Yes.
else?
Low self-esteem.
And
Low
low self-esteem.
self-esteem. Esteem as a concept refers to how someone thinks or see who or she is. But when someone is having low self-esteem, that person doesn't lacks the confidence of being who he is
Yeah.
or what he or she can do. That person, even if he has something or if he wants to do things,
Yeah.
that low esteem bring him down. That low esteem doesn't give him the confidence
Okay.
to do what he or she wants to do.
Yeah, true. So low self-esteem. Ideally, okay, if someone is feeling bad about something or someone is not having a positive confidence, definitely, or someone is undergoing depression, definitely they wouldn't have this sense of confidence or this sense of positive self-talk. Yeah, and it wouldn't sort of encourage them to try something new or to do something good. For example, you did mention about someone who has written an exams
and
and then it
fear.
failed. If the person failed and the parents are not using the right communication, or his friends are making fun of him that you are a failure, you see,
Yes,
from there on,
that person having this
there's low
low
self-esteem.
self-esteem.
The person will feel like, after all, I'm a loser or I'm a failure.
But
I
that's
can
not
do
the
something
end
good.
of the life.
Yeah, yeah, true. So low self-esteem, and it is a major problem, I think, as an effect of teen depression. Okay, what else?
Sleep problems.
Okay, the sleep problems. Okay.
That person, that even that person don't sleep well. When someone is under depression, that person don't sleep well. Always the person is thinking. Even that person can sit 20, even 48 hours
Mhm.
without sleeping because he's thinking of what has happened, with what he's going through, and what if what I'm thinking comes true. This is what I did. What if this happened to me?
Yeah.
That person doesn't even have the feeling of going to bed or resting
Resting.
for him or her to get an energy to go further.
Yeah.
That person won't have that that thought of going.
Sleeping. Yeah. Generally people, when we have problems or we are facing any sort of crisis, it tends to disturb our consciousness, and it tends to disperse us. It tends to disturb our sleeping habits. Okay. So generally, if the youth, or should I say teen, are depressed, they will definitely have sleeping problems. Yeah, because it is one of the negative effects. I think one of the key effects of depression, because without enough sleep, for every human, the brain cannot function properly. So sleep problems are also an effect. Okay, what's your final effect and the effects of depression?
Alcoholism and substance abuse.
Alcoholism and
And
substance
substance
abuse.
abuse. When someone is depressed, that person feels that when I take this, I'll be okay.
Relief.
When I take alcohol, I'll be okay. When I use this, I'll be okay.
Yeah.
But that's not the case. That person shouldn't be using that.
That's what
Drugs
damage
will
the
damage
system.
his system.
Yeah. So alcoholism and drug usage as an effect of depression.
Depression
Yeah, because the person who can commit suicide
can go
for
for
alcohol
alcohol,
or
yes.
drugs, just to
Even
have,
that person can use drugs to kill him or himself.
yeah, true, true. Okay, so alcoholism and drug
Drug.
usage as an effect of depression. So basically, you did mention about the uh, sleep problems,
Suicide,
suicide,
social isolation,
social isolation,
academic failure,
and
alcoholism,
alcoholism and
substance.
substance usage or substance abuse. Okay, now having known some of the causes and the effects of teen depression, what do you think are some of the impressive solutions? How can we find solutions to the problem of to the effect or the problem of teen depression?
Caring and support.
Caring and
And
support.
support. We
Okay.
should care for the parents should care for their children and a teenage child
Yeah, yeah.
who is under depressed, and they should always support him for what the person wants to do. Even if it's an exam that the person failed, the parent should support him. The parent should give him. The parent should always
To give a
encourage
sense
him,
of encouragement.
encouragement to
Yeah,
him.
or
So
motivation.
yes, and support him that if school,
Didn't
if
work out. There's
this
an
will work.
alternative. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
if
What was the point?
caring and support.
Yeah, caring and support. I mean, that is a very good point and a very impressive solution. Because if someone feels like he's a failure, but with the right support and with the right care, with the right communication, with the right body language, with the right when a person feels like he's part of the community or is
It's
part
part
of
of the
the
family.
family, regardless of the failure, that is a measure to help or to prevent even the person from
From
feeling depressed or
yes,
something like that. Yeah, so caring
and
and
caring and
and
support.
support. Yeah, thank you very much. Okay, what else?
Encourage positive peers.
To encourage
Positive
positive peers. So in this
peers.
sense, you are talking about the friends,
Friends,
all right?
yes. Friends, like friends should be like when like three friends and one failed doing something, the other two shouldn't criticize him or discriminate him.
Yeah,
The other friend should be like, go on, you can do it, move on.
yeah,
If this didn't work, that will work.
yeah, yeah.
The peer should encourage him and motivate him more than his or her parents.
Yeah.
Friends, at times, friends encourage us more than our
Yeah,
parents
because at times friends are more connected
to us than
than
our
our parents. And that
parents.
is true. Especially those children who spend their entire life in boarding houses and colleges, you know, they have like few time with their parents,
And more time with
with their
their
friends. Yeah.
friends.
So in this case, when they have positive peer group, right?
Yes,
Positive, you should to encourage positive peers.
peers.
Yeah,
Yes.
when they have the positive friends or when they have the good friends, they will tend to have this sense of not seeing failure as an
Yes.
obstacle. Yeah,
Even if that person wants to commit suicide, the friends can prevent him from doing
yeah,
that.
yeah. When you surround yourself with good people, definitely good things happen.
Happen to you.
Yeah, so it is good to have positive peer pressure or positive, yeah, positive peer pressure. Yeah, thank you very much. What else?
Work to change the environment.
To work to
Change
change the
the
environment.
environment. Is that person should work hard. If what he or she did before didn't
Succeed.
change or didn't succeed, what he or she wants to do next will succeed. That person should work hard. That person shouldn't think that this is the end of my life. If this that didn't work, that's the end of my life. I can't go on again.
Yeah.
That no, that person should move on. Work hard.
Yeah.
If this that didn't work, that will work for that
Yeah.
person.
So you said we're working to change
The environment.
Yeah, and with this, I'd like to add, like in terms of working to change the environment, I would like to add or emphasize on stakeholders, teachers, parents, or any other adults in the community or the environment. Because if parents are being taught the importance or the relevance of giving children or encouraging teen for example, our younger brothers just finished or just wrote their WASI exams, I think a little while ago, right?
Yes.
So when the results came out and some of them didn't perform well, we realized that there was changes. Some of the parents were annoyed. Some of the parents were in fact not giving the children a positive attitude. Okay, so what if we have a system or we have stakeholders that will educate the parents, or should I say, sort of give the parents the insight of it is just an examination, it is just a piece of paper.
Even those who go to vocational schools, aside the papers, they have something that they if they don't only do
Yeah,
theory, they
practically,
do practicals,
yeah, they do more of the practical.
practicals than the theory. So
theory.
if the person taught theory, the practical is there, that person can use
And
it
the
as
practical
a
is even a part of your life. That is why I like, personally, I like doing things practically. I like learning things I observe and I practice. Because the more you practice it is
practice make one
it is something
perfect.
it is something that
Will be
automatically
part
is
of
part of
you.
you. And you can't do away with it. And wherever you go, it's part of you.
Yes.
That's why practical lessons are very important. And yeah, as I was saying about the stakeholders or a sort of organization that will educate parents on the need to have this positive attitude towards children in case they fail in any given task or their examination. So in that way, I think we are changing the environment through educational campaigns, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, very good. So working to change the
The
environment as a solution. Thank you very much. What else?
Strong social and emotional skills.
The strong social and emotional skills.
Yes.
Okay, how do you explain that?
Like that person should be socially isolated.
Mm-hmm.
That person should come close to people. So even if the person feels bad, parents should make them, even if not parents, peers should be always there. Be Their peers should be always be there for like
Yeah.
they should be there to encourage them in the things that if this that didn't work for you, try this and see. They should always make them happy,
Yeah.
and they should always come close to people. They should have their contact with people. They shouldn't feel lonely at all. Even if that person is lonely, the loneliness should be, let's say, 40%, and the happiness should be 60%
Okay.
for that person.
Okay. So you did mention what was the point?
Social and
And
emotional skills.
yeah, the social and the emotional skills. Yeah, in this sense, yeah, good. Because if friends, or should I say, um, colleagues are teaching people the right social or emotional skills, or if teens themselves are being taught how to develop this positive social self-talk, it's very important in terms of solving the case or the issue of depression or teen depression. Okay, so what would be your final point under the solutions of teen depression? Okay, so you did mention about the
Caring and
caring
support.
and support, right?
Yes.
You did mention about the
So,
encourage, the positive
social and emotional
skills,
skills,
the positive,
positive peers,
yeah,
and
working to change the
the
environment.
environment.
Yeah, that is very
Yes.
good. So basically, those are the solutions, the impressive solutions
To teen
to teen
depression.
depression. Thank you very much. So you see, in this context of examination, I think you are a final year student at Nulani
Violence.
Senior High School. What message of encouragement or motivation, or because you gave a very good example, you said when students or teen fail in their exams isn't the end of their life. So I would like you to use this opportunity to send a positive message to your colleagues who are about to write this final exam.
I will tell them to learn hard. It's not only theory. Exams is just a paper.
Yeah.
It's not your life. Even if that person fails the examination, that is not the end of his or her life. That person can do something else for him to survive, or for him to, that person shouldn't be like, I have failed my exam. This is what I want to become in future.
Yeah.
But here's the case that I have failed the exam. No, that's not the end of your life. You don't know what God has. You don't know what God has arranged for you. You don't know what God wants you to do in future. Maybe this is what you want, but that is what God wants for you.
Yeah. So basically, to learn hard
Yes.
and to believe that it is just an exam,
Examination
which
is
is
not.
in the final, or should I say, the final chapter of their lives.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you very much. Okay, we hope our cherished viewers did enjoyed this um, discussion on teen depression. We did talk about the causes, the effects, and some impressive solutions of teen depression. Do watch us live every Saturday on our Facebook page at Olympia TV, and do subscribe to our YouTube channel, Facebook and Instagram account, social media platforms at Olympia TV. To be a sponsor or a co-sponsor of this program, do contact any of our administrative numbers or email on our Facebook page at Olympia TV, or on our front desk in this program. And I'm your host Adam Yusuf, and our special guest for today is
Zainab, Harun.
yeah, Madam Zainab Harun, who is a final year student at New Lami Senior High School. And on this note, we do want to say it is bye for now. Thanks for watching.